All right, guys, for this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Between every single drill, I'm going to spice up the video a little bit and do a question and answer. So it's going to be the continuous Q&A from the last like 4 or 5 videos. I got like 8 or 9 questions in between every drill. I'll answer one of the questions and then head back to the content, head back to the drills. So hopefully it's a little bit more interesting, and we're just going to pop back and forth between the Q&A and the training session. Okay, Rafa.
Hey, what's up?
I haven't seen you since, did I see you last year?
Yeah, last offseason?
Yeah, you had the long hair back then, right?
Yeah.
Then you cut it all off.
I don't even remember, dude. But I
It's
go through
good.
so many different haircuts. So.
I like it short.
Okay.
You like his hair longer or shorter?
I think he looks really good now.
Yeah. But then you didn't like the long hair or what?
No, I told you that. I didn't like your long hair.
You did?
Yeah. I can bring up the clip.
That's messed up, man. No,
What?
I didn't like it either, to be honest. I wanted to try out a new look, so I let it grow out, and then I only liked it in the ponytail. So then I'm like, I'm just gonna chop this shit off.
Okay.
It's ugly. Yeah.
Good.
But then I went with Calvin Phillips haircut for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
No.
I'm gonna just go with the 3rd grade haircut.
Yeah. Just spike it up.
Yeah.
Swoop it over the side. The traditional white guy haircut. So you just finished your season with UC Irvine.
Yeah.
It was a good season.
It was
Tough at the end?
It was a good season. Yeah. It was like what I kind of predicted going into it was a bit of a roller coaster. There was going to be some lows, but ultimately I wanted to say end with a high, but it was a little disappointing. Nationals losing the first round, but yeah, we won our conference tournament. So it was overall it was a good way to end, I think.
And you still have 1 more year of eligibility.
Yes, I do.
But you're looking to jump to the professional level.
Yeah. So I'm going on trials right now.
So you're just going on trials, doing that already. You got some lined up. It's it's off season though. It's the typical just
off-season.
waiting for opportunities, jumping on them, and seeing what happens.
Yeah. So everything you explained before in previous off seasons when you were talking to me about, I'm now.
You're experiencing. It's fun, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's tough.
No,
Nah,
that's-
it's fun. It's fun. I'm actually it's exciting because, and I like tell like everybody that I speak to ask about this and knows that I'm going through this journey. That like I don't know where I'm gonna be in the next month.
Yeah.
Or even all of next year. Like I have no idea. I could be here. I could be in another state, another country. Like I have no idea. So.
Yeah, it's really exciting, but like the uncertainty, like it kind of grinds you down sometimes, and it's really hard when you go weeks or multiple days or whatever without hearing anything,
Yeah.
or the leads start to disappear or fall through. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It definitely is, but I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling optimistic that something will work out.
Yeah, something always does. You just got to keep on working at it.
Yeah, for
And I got Andrew out here again. Andrew, what's going on, man?
Good morning.
How you feeling?
Feeling good?
Sore at all?
No, I think I'm feeling good.
Good?
No, we'll see when we start.
Do you think Rafa's gonna be able to hang with the fitness that we do at the end?
I don't know. It sucks.
We've been ramping up the fitness.
We've been doing fitness. It sucks.
What's fitness?
You'll see. Don't worry. My first piece of advice would be find your passion, whatever you're good at, whatever you love to do, and go with that and really stick with that. And I hope it is football, because that would be fantastic to have my daughter absolutely be passionate about football. But if it's not, then, we'll push her in whatever path it was. My dad was incredibly passionate about golf and basketball. If he would have pushed me into those and wouldn't let me do the thing that I was really passionate, which was football, I definitely would have been a professional footballer. So I think the first piece of advice I have for Scarlette is just find what you really enjoy doing, what you love, what you're obsessed about, and double down in that. And if it is football, then again, it's getting touches every single day, whatever it is, juggling, playing in the yard, doing drills. It doesn't have to be super regimented training, especially in your younger years, like before the age of 13. You don't need to be going out and doing crazy speed and agility drills or really intense training drills. You can if you want, if you would like it, but you can go out and just play with the ball, get touches in, play 1v1s, play little fun juggling games or whatever. And then as you get older and older, you can keep on kind of dialing up the seriousness of the training session of the drills. So that would be my advice, honestly, is kind of have fun at the younger years, develop a huge passion for it, and just do something every single day. This is kind of like the chicken or the egg question. There's really no right answer. There's no one answer that everybody agrees on. It usually just kind of boils down to how the player's last season went. Obviously, ideally, you want to be on a winning team and getting tons of minutes, but it usually doesn't always pan out that way. Usually the guys that are on the bench, even if it's a winning team, all they're kind of focused on is just getting minutes. They want to get to an environment where they can be the number one guy, they can get minutes, they can get starts, and they can just play. And on the flip side, if you've been starting and playing a lot, but your team's been losing, all you're focused on is just getting into an environment where you're winning, everybody's happy, and you can compete for minutes. And that's honestly exactly my answer. The last 2 years, I've had really tough seasons. We've been losing a lot. We've been bottom of the table. So all I really am focused now on is getting into a team environment where we can win. We're competing for playoffs, if not already in playoffs. It's a good season where everything's clicking and I can compete for minutes. I mean, that's really what my mindset is right now. I don't think it's really changed based off my age. I really have the same mindset from when I was younger. You want to be playing and winning, but I haven't really favored one. It's always kind of grass is always greener no matter what stage of my career I'm at.
One. Yeah. Good.
I get this question so much. People think that because I have a Become Elite YouTube channel focused around training, because I'm a pro, that I automatically am going to push my daughter to become a world-class footballer, Project Mbappe or Project Alex Morgan. And it's funny, I get it. But honestly, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the approach of seeing what she's passionate about, like I talked about earlier. Of course, I would absolutely love it if she was super passionate about football. And I obviously will try to push her a little bit more down that route because I love it. But I'm also going to have her play golf and basketball and softball, and I'm going to have her draw and paint and play instruments. I'm going to have her try to dance and do all these different outlets and see what she really loves. And hopefully as she gets older and older, we'll refine that passion and really push into it to see where she's talented at. And if it is football, it's fantastic. But if it's not, I'm not going to push her that way. So even when she's younger, we're not going to be doing crazy drills. We're gonna be having fun and just doing a whole bunch of stuff and seeing what she likes. I don't want to have a kid that resents me later on because I've pushed them too far to become a footballer when they didn't want to become a footballer. Honestly, nothing would change at all. I would always approach it in the offseason as if I'm signed and coming into preseason on January 15th or whenever that preseason start date is, because you never know when you're going to get a last minute preseason invite and you need to be ready. So the worst thing you could do is be like, oh, I don't have a preseason invite. Nothing's really coming up. I don't have a trial. And you kind of slack off or you're not fit. And then all of a sudden, 3 days before preseason starts, you get a call from your agent saying, oh, Charlotte Independence wants to take a look at you. You're going to fly out in 2 days and go to their preseason. And you're just not fit. You're not ready at all. So honestly, whether you're signed or you're a free agent, the off-season workouts for me, the fitness plan, everything would look exactly the same. So I'm going to pause it real quick. I'm editing right now. I just want to add one thing. I might actually stay fit or a little bit more fit throughout the entirety of off season, or I might start fitness training a little bit earlier if I know there's a possibility that I might be invited into an invite only combine by a team a little bit earlier, or if there's a possibility I might go on trial over in a different country where they're mid-season. I might just tailor it a little bit and have that talk with my agent if I need to be a little bit more fit, if there might be opportunities a little bit earlier than preseason start date. But if not, if I'm looking to play in the same exact league and it's probably going to be a preseason invite or a later signed contract down the road, then I'm just going to do the exact same thing and just pretend no matter what, I'm going to come into preseason January 15th.
Yes, Rafa.
That's Andrew. Go in. Rainbow. Oh no!
Good step, Andrew. Oh, good feet. No.
Give me that! Fucking yellow card, Andrew. Oh, stop, big stop.
Got you, Matt, right here.
Oh.
Way, man.
I definitely want to become a coach when I'm done playing. At what level, I'm not 100% sure yet. I know I don't want to become a professional coach unless something drastically changes in my life to make me want to do that. But I've seen what it entails. It really is, I think, all the negative sides of being a pro, of the travel, being away from your family, but even more so because it never ends and all the responsibility kind of falls on your shoulders. And I don't think I want that lifestyle to become a professional coach. I think the highest level I'd want to coach at would probably be collegiately in the US or at a high academy level. But I think what I have in my mind is to really focus on the development side of the game, whether it's opening up a facility and doing that, one-on-one coaching, small group coaching, and then academy style collegiately in the area. But I really am looking forward to being in one area, settling down, raising the family, spending more time with my family, with my kids. And I know being a professional coach, it can be hard to balance that. In my opinion on coaches that are coaching at a level they've never played at, I think it's perfectly fine. If you're a good coach, you're a good coach. Obviously, it helps if you've been there firsthand, you've experienced it as a player, because I think you can take a lot of the learning points that you learned as a player and what you like and what you respond to well, and the good coaches that coached you, you can apply that to your own coaching career. But that doesn't mean that you'll necessarily be a good coach, even if you've played in the Prem. A lot of coaching is your player management, and you can be a fantastic player, but be a really, really poor coach because you just don't have that managing player asset as a coach. And even for me, I've had some fantastic coaches that never played professionally, and I've had some really, really shitty coaches that played at the highest level. So the playing career doesn't matter as much to me as the managing career and their history of managing players. I think that's way more important.
Oh, great feet. Oh, shit. One. Oh. No way.
So typically when I'm in season, it's really hard to do your own individual session later in the afternoon, especially if you've been playing in a lot of games, just because the workload is just so high. So much of your week is just recovering from the last game, getting your body prepared for the next game, and team trainings at the professional level are really intense. So I'm not getting individual sessions like in the afternoon by myself, but what I do is 15 minutes before every single training session, go out to the field, do some soccer, table tennis, do some rondos, do some two-touch, and then 15, 20 minutes pretty much after every single session, unless it's a really, really tough one or my body's hurting, I'll stay after and do some drills, focus on the areas that I want to work on, whether that's crossing, whether that's finishing, whether that's long balls, whether that's 1v1s, dribbling, whatever it is. So it adds up. I mean, if you're doing that 5 days a week, let me do the math real quick. That's like 2.5 hours of extra work every single week. But it really doesn't feel like all that much because you're just kind of microdosing it every single day.
Damn, he's scoring now. Oh, the quick. He's got it. Good stop. Rafa!
What am I doing?
No way.
It's really, really simple, but you have to be a top performer in your league. And I've just never been a top performer in the USL. I've had good individual seasons, I've had good team seasons, but I've never had the season where I am first team all league as a right back. And honestly, to push up to the MLS or go from the MLS over to Europe or to go to Europe even to the top Prem team or whatever it is, you need to be a top performer, if not the top performer in your league for that season to get noticed at the higher level. And that's what was going on throughout my entire career, from the club level to the high school level to the collegiate level to the semi-pro level to the pro level. I was always a top performer or top performer and was able to push up. But then once I've got into the USL, I've just been performing. You know, I've had some goals, I've had some assists, I've had lots of starts, lots of games. I feel like I'm a good player and performing, but I need to be a top performer in order to move up. So that's what it is, plain and simple. You need to be a top performer, and all those players that you've seen in the Prem or over in Europe, they were all top performers in their other leagues or their academies or wherever it was. And that's what allowed them to push up to that level. If you guys have been watching my off-season series for a long time, you'll see a lot of partner training sessions, a ton of small group sessions, a lot of pickup games, but really small numbers, and you'll see a lot of individual training. And there's a reason for that. And the main reason is because there is a much higher risk of injury as you go and play 11-a-side or 10-a-side or higher numbers. Just because you're playing in larger spaces, doing larger sprints, you're going at faster speeds, there's more dangerous, reckless tackles, and it can be dangerous. And especially as a professional footballer, when this is your career and being healthy literally can mean the difference between a contract or no contract or a job and no job. It's really important that in off season you are really, really smart. Now you have to balance that because you can't just stay in a bubble in your house and never train because then you won't improve, but you want to do the smart things. So in off season, playing an 11v11 match, the risk versus reward for me is usually a little too high, unless it's in front of other professional coaches or agents or something where there's a more of a benefit, especially if I'm a free agent, then that's a possibility. But if I have a contract for the next year, that's a really risky thing to do. And even to show you that it's risky, and I'm not just being a baby, but in a lot of contracts that you sign, there's clauses that limit you to only training the offseason with less than 10 players or less than 8 players or whatever it is, just because they don't want players doing those 11v11 games where there is a higher risk and injuring themselves before they come into preseason. And that's actually a breach of contract. If they catch you playing in some of those games, if that's in your contract, then they can tear up your contract and just say, sayonara.
Yeah,
The yo-yo test.
yeah, pretty much the yo-yo test.
And then longer distance.
Yeah, longer distance. We're going to do 7 sets, about a 2-minute break, 7 sets, about a 2-minute break, 3 sets.
Are you guys sprinting it, or is it just
It's like 90%, 80%. 3, 2, 1.
First one feels great.
First one's easy, man.
Ooh, hold on.
How you doing, Andrew?
Oh, tired. That was good.
Good session, though?
Good session. Ones are always tough. But
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Good. Ooh, it's like it's hard to interview when I'm out of breath, too. It's really sharp technical in the beginning. Get warmed. Majority of the work comes from the 1v1s. Settle a little bit.
Yeah.
And then in the fitness. You feeling more fit as we've been doing it?
No, 100%. Like, again, we were saying, like, today it felt more like my lungs were good, but my body was sore.
Yeah.
Yesterday, after the 4-day break, I was feeling it in my lungs. But no, definitely fitter than when we first started training.
Because we went from, our first one was a set of 5 and a set of 3.
Yeah.
Then we went to like 5-5. And today we did 7-7-3.
Yeah.
And so this is probably our 5th, 6th
Yeah. I think
fitness bout?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But
So-
definitely progressing.
That's what I talk about all the time. Like with fitness, you need to progress. You need to see the increase day to day, week to week, to really see, to know if you're improving. But good work. Let's talk to Rafa. Rafa, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I just did 10s, 3 sets of 10 of those.
Yeah, this is great.
So you got a little new podcast, a little social media thing going on, huh? You want to talk about what it is?
Just, copying the Matt Sheldon blueprint. My brother and I had started a podcast a while ago, but we kind of stopped it because it just felt very unprofessional, meaning like it's just low quality. But then we connected with one of my close friends from home, and he's killing the social media game in terms of content that he comes out with. It's super high quality. So he's helping us out with the podcast. He's producing it and editing it and all this stuff. And shout out to Yuli.
You didn't say the name yet.
No, yeah, I'm getting
Okay.
there. So then we rebooted a new podcast. It's called Without a Doubt. Without a Doubt Athletics is on Instagram, but the Without a Doubt podcast, it's my brother and I who host it. Our team, which is the Without a Doubt team, we have I want to say 7 guys on that team. And so some of them are always hopping on The whole thing is just getting players' journeys. There's so many players out there with different journeys, so we're just trying to get their stories out there. And yeah, having fun with it. So hoping to get this guy on soon.
You said I wasn't allowed on. I asked to be on. He said no.
You don't have a big enough team.
We're too big for Matt right now.
Yeah,
I think
I know.
once he gets his social media followers up a little bit, he'll hop on. But
Sounds good.
but yeah, try to get you on, dude. That'd be cool. I think that'd be a
good.
good plan. I'm gonna dig deeper into your story than what we know right now.
Okay.
We'll get to know more of the Matt Sheldon and UC Davis. I don't think many
No,
people know
you
that.
don't want to know that, Matt Sheldon. It's good to see you though,
Yeah,
Rafa.
you too, bro.
Without a doubt, athletics. Go follow him.